Good morning, Salem, and welcome to SHS Today. I'm Joe DeBrocchi, and joining me at the desk today is Gabby Farrow. This week, we'll be taking a look at unique Valentine's Day ideas, the Salem High esports team, the school musical, and much more.
But first, there is some big news this month from longtime superintendent of Salem School District, Dr. Delahanty, announced his retirement. My co-anchor Joe was able to sit down with Dr. Delahanty last week to discuss his long career in education.
I'm out here outside of the superintendent's office because I recently sat down with Mr. Delahanty to speak about his retirement.
Well, first of all, I'm old, and I don't want people to look forward to me leaving. I would rather have people thinking, oh, it's too bad that he's retiring, but I also want people to look forward to the person taking my place. So I was a classroom teacher for 3 years and then became sort of a quasi-administrator. I was like an assistant principal for 4 years, 5 years. And then I came to Salem as the principal of North Salem School. So I stepped into the superintendent's role, and I've been doing it ever since. I think the absence of kids and staff in my life, once I am gone, is going to be an incredible void, and I'm going to miss it very much.
We then talked to other administrators for their thoughts and feelings on Mr. Delahanty's retirement.
And I just can't imagine having anyone else as a mentor through administration. It's just been amazing to work with him. The support that he has provided for me and his support of career and technical education is really unlike any other superintendent in the state of New Hampshire, but I will deeply miss Dr. Delahanty. Nobody works harder than Mike Delahanty.
Dr. Delahanty retiring I'm thrilled for him. I feel like I'm not done learning from him myself. I feel like I am the administrator I am today because of him. He is an incredible person too. I have loved working with him, for him, and he will be sorely missed in the Salem School District.
My family and I have been incredibly supported by this community and this school district and everybody who has come into contact with me, and even those that I don't know. And I am incredibly grateful for everything they've done for my family and me.
Mr. Delahanty has done so much for the Salem School District, and we all wish him good luck in his retirement. For the full interview, you can check out our YouTube at Salem BD TV or click the link in this video.
Dr. Delahanty has been superintendent for as long as I can remember. He will be missed in the school district, but we are in good hands with Mrs. Palmer.
Next up, we have some important information on the school musical. Songs for a New World will be available to stream on February 12th and 13th. You can buy your tickets by clicking the link in the description. Abby and Cam got all the details on this unique approach to the traditional school musical.
Hi, I'm Cameron Mack from SHS Today, reporting from outside the Performing Arts Center at Salem High School. I'm here to discuss with some students and staff who are contributing in this year's school musical. The show is going to be recorded instead of performed live due to COVID concerns.
Songs for a New World is a series of small stories. Every song is someone else's story within a musical.
It's a little abstract, but it's all about kind of these different points in life that people get to, and how they have to make a decision about one way or another to go with it.
The catchphrase for Songs for a New World is, "It's about one moment."
This is much more modern, so all of the topics are stuff you would deal with today, and the music is a little more modern too, which is fun.
Time was a very big challenge, trying to learn all of our songs and getting them to where they need to be for the show.
The music department here at Salem High School has been adamant about following strict safety protocols to make sure that we can make music and performing arts in a safe way. There's been a great education for kids in having to perform for a camera that focus on facial expressions, focus on where they're looking. They don't necessarily have to follow some of the rules of live shows.
Instead of doing the whole show, we're doing it in segments. So we filmed our songs 3 times in a row, and then we were done with that song.
I think it's a fun experience to have it filmed. but there's something when you're a theater person about having a live audience and that instant feedback, the applause when you don't expect it. You kind of get this vibe from the room. And so I definitely miss having a live audience, and I look forward to that again someday.
I miss being in the dressing room with everybody, walking out after the show's done, like in my costume, and just people you know, people you don't know, they're just coming up to you and you're just like, oh, that was such a great show, and you're like, thank you for coming. And it's just like the small little things that we didn't really get to have this year.
There's just something about performing for a live audience of a full theater that is greatly missed.
There have been many different challenges this school year, but that does not stop Salem from putting on their winter musical. Show dates are February 12th at 2 p.m. and the 13th at 7 p.m. Tickets are available on the school website. See you next week.
Go buy tickets right now. Do it. It's going to be an amazing show.
Many students know that it's important to follow the proper procedures for getting a parking pass at Salem High School. Matt and Nathan took some time this week to gather some helpful information for students to learn the process for acquiring a parking pass.
Hey everyone, Matt Hannon here from SHS Today, telling you all you need to know about what you need to get a parking pass, from insurance to the requirements to who gets it first.
So the process of getting a parking pass for Salem High School is we do the seniors first. We normally start at the end of the school year, where they apply for a parking pass. They get an application, and they process the pass during the summer. We do the seniors first because it's a senior privilege. It's $20 a year. They need their license, registration, and a copy of an insurance. If they are doing an internship, we also need an insurance binder or the policy that is required, which they have to have a certain coverage of $100,000 to $300,000. And then the juniors can also apply, the upcoming juniors, for the next year, and it's a first come, first basis. And then once the seniors all apply and get a spot, then we apply for the juniors application. We have approximately about 330 spots on our parking lot right now. So once we do all the process of the applications and stuff, we do have a waiting list. So we encourage the juniors to keep on applying, and I put on a waiting list, a timestamp. The application, our parking fees are $20 for a year, so we do our yearly pass. And then once I process all the seniors, and then we do the first come first on the junior process, then we work on the waiting list on the juniors.
So now you know you still have hope after you don't get a parking spot at first, and how many there are. This is Matt Hannon signing off for SHS Today.
Thanks, Matt and Nathan. Now everyone knows what they have to do if they want to park at the school.
I'm so glad I already have a parking pass. Hey Gabby, you play video games, right?
Yes, I do, and I know some more people who do too. The esports team. Jared and Connor sat down with Mr. Seeley, also known as Doc, to get the inside scoop on these competitive games and the kids who play them.
Yes, esports, one of the fastest growing events in the world. If you don't know what esports is, well, first off, you've been living under a rock. Second off, it's basically sports with video games. Salem High School has their own esports team. We have a discussion with the head of it.
And we have Kevin Seeley, also known as Doc, the esports team's commentator and instructor, to help us answer a few questions about the team.
My son was going into game design at NHTI, and started getting interested in some of the stuff, and then he got involved in playing League of Legends, and so I got involved a little bit. I started playing some League of Legends as well, and then just saw more and more the growth of esports. At John Stark, I was the only team in New Hampshire that was playing esports, and when I came down here to work in biomed, I just asked if I could get involved, and they said to go ahead and do it. So then I went ahead and used some of my contacts that I made when I was doing it previously to try to set something up here. Right now, we're playing primarily Rainbow Six Siege. We're looking to get more people involved with League of Legends because we just got permission to go ahead and go with League of Legends. And Smash Brothers on Switch is also being played. There are other games, and a lot of that just has to do with what people want to play.
As a gamer myself, I find that quite interesting. Good luck to the Salem High School esports team.
Many people at Salem High School are unaware that there are a lot of students that attend CTE programs here at Salem High. These students come from Windham, Timberlane, and even Derry. Some of our very own sending students took the time to check in on these students to find out what it is like coming in from another school for their CTE programs.
Go. Hi, I'm Grace Brennan, and today I'm going to be asking Timberlane sending students their thoughts on coming here for classes.
No, I really don't like taking the bus just because it's like it takes a long time to get here and like you have to get to the school really early. Yes, I do because I learn a lot and the people here are really fun. If you can get a ride, I'd recommend that, but if you have to take the bus, then yeah. The people are kind of loud, but that's really it. I mean, I don't love it. It definitely helps us get here, but I would rather drive here instead. Yeah, I take nursing and I really like this class, so I would take the bus if I needed to get here. Yeah, if you have no other way of getting here, I guess you should, and the school wants us to, so. Some people are really loud in the morning when it's like 7 a.m. and they just need to quiet down a little.
Yes, I do, because I get to listen to music and it's calm. Yes, they teach you a lot. Yes, definitely. I love taking the bus.
And now for the perspective of Windham, let's hand it over to Joey. This is Grace Brennan signing off.
What's up, guys? I'm Joey with SHS Today, and today I'm going to be interviewing a couple Windham High School students on their morning commitment to come here to attend the Salem CTE programs. So what's it like in the morning? Like, what do you have to do to get here?
I have to first wake up, and then I have to wake up really early too.
What time you gotta wake up?
Like 5:45 stuff. And then I get like ready, and then I have to leave. And I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of early for a CTE thing, but.
Alright, so I'm with Nate here. What time do you have to leave to get here?
Like approximately 6:50 a.m.
6:50?
Yeah.
And then how do you get here?
Through my car.
The car? Cool.
We are really lucky to have these programs right here in our own school. I have a new appreciation for the sending students and the challenges they face, but I know it's worth it in the end.
Yes, it is so nice that students can have access to these opportunities. With Valentine's Day right around the corner, Ari and Mila teamed up with Savannah and Kayla to bring you some unique ideas for what to get and where to go for Valentine's Day.
With Valentine's Day coming up, we asked people around the school what they'd be doing with their significant other and what they'd be getting them for the holiday.
For Valentine's Day, probably go for like a movie night. Gift. Depending on what they're into, probably anything that they show interest in recently.
Restaurants, fast food places, anywhere. Stuffed animals, chocolates, stuff like that.
Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna get him a sweatshirt because I still have sweatshirts. I'm gonna get him a lot of chocolate because he eats a lot. Probably gonna cook him dinner too, and probably buy him a lot more things like flowers, you know, all the stupid stuff like that.
I think me and my date we would build a bunch of Legos together, like in one of those big sets that cost $50 because that's a good way to show that you really love them. You know, money. We'd also buy a bunch of chocolates, none of them having nuts in it, because I'm not allergic, I just don't like nuts. I would also go to Mickey D's, not to eat there, but to insult the food, because my date should be as confrontational and sick of modern day capitalist buildings as I am. Gift ideas, that's a hard one, considering that I am poor. Let's see. I would get them a lot of soda, you know, because sodas is like the best drink, obviously, well, clearly. I would also get them, like, again, Legos. more Legos, lots of Legos. Legos and soda, but don't mix them together because then the pieces get really sticky. You know the point.
Well, I know some people think that you need to have like a big kind of extravagant date when really sometimes like the best way to hang out is just like maybe a movie night or watching a show like on the couch. I don't know, really anything like simple. I don't think that dates necessarily need to be like really thought out or like planned or whatever. That might be some people's style, but I think chill dates are the best way to go. Gift ideas, I think gift cards are great. Like everybody loves going to Target. Everybody loves candy. Candy's great. I know candy's kind of maybe generic, but candy is still awesome depending on the person like you plan on giving it to. Big plushies.
Get Starbucks, go to a graveyard, and do a ritual. That is like the best Valentine's date I could ever think of.
What about gift ideas?
Starbucks gift card and a Pokemon plushie.
Just like hanging out with like my significant other, or just drives and going to McDonald's or something just chill like that, I guess. I want this giant Minecraft bee plushie on Etsy, and I just think that'd be super cute. Just them coming out with a big giant bee plushie.
Thank you for the new ideas. I will definitely take these ideas into consideration.
That is all we have for you this time. Thank you so much for watching this episode of SHS Today.
Have a great week and stay safe, Salem.
Peace!